Hey guys, in this video I wanted to talk about the T8FG Super by Futaba. I wanted to do a quick review on this, go through a few of the features. This is the Super that is, it's got the latest firmware, 14 channels. It's great. It's got a lot of 3-position switches, as you can see on it. And so it's really nice for quadcopters, anything where you need a lot of channels for like NASA, GPS. It's got the basic features. It's got a nice finish on it. It looks like brushed aluminum in the front. It's got these, I think it's called a sensor touch dial, which is a little different from the T8J video. It's got, the T8J has a joystick. This is actually a touch dial. The gimbals and everything are adjustable the same way they are. This is actually the helicopter version. It's not a ratcheted stick. It's nice and smooth, which I actually prefer when flying FPV. Let's turn it on. There's a lot of different things you can do with this radio, and I have my timer set to one turns on when the radio turns on, and the other one is set to my throttle, which makes it nice. It's a good way to keep track. Yeah, we'll go through the menu here. This also has a shortcut menu, which is great. I haven't set it up yet, but when you hit this S1, it goes to a customizable menu, which is great. Double click on the link here, and you can go through everything. This function screen is a little confusing, but it's real simple. These are your joystick switches for aileron, elevator, throttle, and rudder, and your trims, which are your regular trims. Everything is labeled on this radio, which is nice. It's easy to read, and if you scroll through, this is actually set up for my NASA system with GPS. All the modes, auto return to home, fail-safe, force fail-safe, everything. But it's nice and easy, and if you wanted to change a switch, you just click on the switch, and then this page looks really confusing, but it's not. It's just a list of all your switches, dials, sliders, knobs, VR knobs. It's just a list of all of them, so it looks confusing, but it's really not. We'll back up here, and we'll go to the next page, which is 9, 10, 11, 12, and you have 2 digital switches. These are 1 through 12 proportional, and then you have 2 digital switches. So all the other features it has, it's really pretty standard for Futaba. One thing you can do on this radio is remote gains as far as gyroscopes and that in helicopters, so which is pretty neat. You can change the type of receiver you have. You do have your servo monitor screen, which is that's a great feature to have. So you can mess with your limits and endpoints and rates and all that stuff. And you know it's a great radio because you can assign it to anything. We'll go back on the linkage menu here. We'll go to the system menu. You can control everything on the display. Username, sounds, start screen selection, auto lock, and it gives you your latest version and all that for firmware. Then you have what's the model menu, which you can get into your dual rates program mixes, which I have one here for force fail safe. Pitch curves, throttle delay, and you have special mixes down here that you can get into. Snap rolls, fuel mix, gyros, and motors. It's got all the toys, bells, and whistles on it, guys. 14 channels, and you really can't beat the price of this for 14 channels. There's my timer alarm going off. Oh, one more thing with this radio, guys. It does have an SD card slot, which is nice. I think you can store up to 1,000 models or some crazy amount in the SD card slot. So that's a real nice feature for it to have. And it seems to get pretty good battery life. I haven't put a long range system on it yet, but it has a standard Futaba square plug for that. The nice sliders here in the back, these are nice. I'm using this one for my tilt of my gimbal. So be sure to check out my other videos, guys, and please leave comments. Let me know what you think.